I think we are building up our speed with this two diamond leagues going into the season, because that's the initial plan. We're just using the basic endurance from the 100, from the 400, and the speed from the 400. Everything is just from there. So we took everything into the 100 and see how we are going to perform. So I believe after this diamond league, it's just to go back and introduce more speed into our sessions, and just almost go full out till till September. That's the initial plan.
I've been here almost 2 weeks actually, so almost an inhabitant here now. So no, it's been great. I think for me also, as Tebugo says, you tend to see mostly warm-up stadiums and hotels, but we also went to do some work with Puma, so we spent a couple of days in Shanghai and was able to see a little bit of the city there as well. And we also opened a brand new track there. So as I just said, I think it's amazing to see all the facilities here. When I travel around, I compare stadiums and I see what they can give. And also this stadium that we're going to compete on now on Saturday is a very beautiful stadium with very good conditions. And coming from Norway, you know that weather is not always the way you want it to, but here I think the conditions are close to ideal, so that's good. I've had a fine couple of 2 weeks here in China.
How has his life changed since winning an Olympic gold medal?
First of all, it opened a lot of opportunities for the whole team, not just me. We were able to get a few new contracts. And also it has helped a lot of kids all over the globe, all over the continent to be inspired, because they didn't believe somebody like me could make it, or from Africa can do it, but I showed them it's possible. So I'm proudly to say I have inspired a lot of kids out there, and now they're venturing into sports, which is a good thing of the sport. The sport won't go dry looking for athletes, because it's more of generational. Once we leave, there's another group that's coming in. So it's something that I'm happy to look back at and just smile at it.
And yeah, I think honestly for me it comes mostly down to passion. I think passion is extremely important in what we do, and there is where I also find my joy. As I said, this is the reason why I keep on doing the sport, is because I find it funny. It gives me a lot of joy in my life. It gives me the feeling of doing something good. And also together with my coach, obviously, who's standing there, we have a lot of fun together. So we also appreciate the time that needs to be invested in this. And also when you talked about the shoe, this is a project that we have used a lot of our time on as well. And the joke came from people not knowing what the claw on the tip of the shoe was about. So we tried to make some jokes about it. And I think, we are not curing cancer. We are running around the track to have fun and to entertain people. And I think that's an aspect of it that is really important to keep. So yeah, we keep on pushing, but most of all, we keep on having fun and trying to entertain the audience that are there to see us run.
Thank you for the question. Since the Paris Olympic Games, I don't know if you've seen, but I kind of had an injury in the first 60, 70 meters of the race. And I was able to come out and finish competing. But after the season, me and my coach decided to shut it down. So I just started training back 8, 9 weeks ago. Try to do a little speed training, but it's been kind of a little shaky. But I've been able to basically get through some practices and stuff. I need to get back out here competing. So I'm here today, and I'll be out there tomorrow. But life's been treating me great. I've been great with my family. I've been great with my animals, and I've just been trying to stay up blood flow.
Thanks for the question. Going into this year, I think it was so clear that our North Star, our thing that we were going to be aiming for, would be World Championships. So designing a season with that being the last meet and what we're going to peak for was our main intent. So we kind of viewed it as 2 parts, a really early prep for these 2 meets in China, as well as competing in Ramona, Oklahoma. And then we'll do a bit of a rebuild to be at our best come September. So I think for us, so much of it is wanting to figure out how to keep pushing the boundary in discus. I learned earlier today that the world record for women's discus is the highest scored event if you look at the scoring tables across events. So continuing to figure out how to put on great performances and make it interesting is really important right now. And wanting to continue to be at my best at these competitions that end up giving me confidence for later in the season.
Everyone, short summation about preparation for World Championship September in Tokyo, because that reporter is from Tokyo, Japan.
Well, I haven't been able to focus that far. I feel like a lot of mistakes have been made by trying to plan too far ahead. So we're just seeing tomorrow. We'll just go from there. But it'll be a pleasure to represent Team USA in Japan. But like I said, me and my coach, we don't really try to look too far ahead. We try to see day by day, step by step, because anything can change. But like I said, we're working hard, and it'll show when it's time to show.
Hello, everyone. Of course, my main goal is protect my title of world champion in Japan, so I'm looking forward to come back to Japan and compete in there. But, you know, the main goal for this season is improve myself and jump higher and break my own world record.
I'm super excited to go back to Tokyo. Of course, the last time we were there, I feel like we weren't really able to have the full experience and yeah, get the energy from the crowd and whatnot. So that's going to be really exciting to go back because it was a beautiful stadium. And so that's going to be nice. Also, it's a little bit of a different setup for this year, of course, since it's our last meet. So I guess in some way it makes it a little bit more difficult mentally because you have to really stay locked in throughout the whole entire season in a different kind of way. But also, you know, we're going to be able to enjoy and relax a little bit more in Tokyo, which of course I can imagine is going to be a pretty sick city. So that'll make it a little nice treat at the end.
I really agree with what Wanda said. I have such fond memories of Tokyo, becoming an Olympic champion there, but I wasn't really able to experience Tokyo or Japan. So to get to have a more holistic feel of the city and the country that I already view so positively will be really special.
Yeah, of course, the main priority is to win. That's kind of how I go into every competition, I guess. But just trying to jump as high as I possibly can. I think the shape feels nice, body feels good and everything. It's a new track, new setup, so I never jumped on it. So naturally, I guess, for good or for bad, I don't really know exactly how the poles are going to react and whatnot. But no, I feel very good. It's warm, which I really like. I feel like my body reacts a lot better to the warm weather than cold. So that's going to be nice. So have that, I guess, as a little bit of an advantage. Not going to be bad weather or anything. We can close the dome. So that's also pretty sick. So honestly, it feels like from the looks of it that the setup is there for good jumps. So I guess it's just up to me to go out there and try to put some high up there.
You know, I didn't expect that it will be so popular in China. I just do my work and enjoy the atmosphere, and I know that when I have a tradition, I lay down between my jumps, and I know that after that it will be walk in China with pictures motivated, but you know, it's just work of art, I think.